This is the Riot Podcast. We are the Riot. We are casting the pods.
Hey, we're doing what we said we'd do.
We did. Today, we open a big box that we got that's loaded with St. Patrick's Day goodies. That's a lot of fun.
Lots of sweet stuff. We appreciate you guys sending that in.
We talk Avatar. We talk Justice League. We check for our stimulus funds multiple times, though I think it only lands in the podcast once.
Every time we check, it was always before office hours. So maybe now that it's office hours, we should check again, which to our bank's annoyance, we'll keep doing all day.
Here we go. Come on, Face ID.
I will say that my app for my bank has also been having issues. So they're just over. Sorry, something went wrong. Okay.
Nope. I got nothing.
You got nothing yet?
No. I mean, there's some money in there, but I don't have big money, no whammies kind of money.
I can't connect yet. So, Huntington, you're having it. We'll be back soon.
Maybe that means you're getting it.
Yeah, maybe that's it. No, I think it's just an app problem.
We also do a Riot food fight, tell you how to beat the time change, tell you how to lose weight, and we also discover a new sleep disorder.
We try the Riot food fight edition for our frosted strawberry donut from Oreo. So we try that too. Oh, big yawn.
Time change is killing me, friends.
Which you'll hear about in this podcast.
Yeah, you will. I need to go beat the time change.
Go take a nap.
All right. You guys have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
It's the worst of the Riot on RadioU.
So, you ready for this, Nikki?
Yeah, let's see what's in the box.
Okay, well,
Leslie and Joe. Yeah, hope he's got to get over there.
I got to bring my mic over. So, let's see. There's a card for you.
Yay.
There's a card for me, and it has a little
Easter
dinosaur
stickers
on
it. You guys are so sweet.
There are these Tato chips. Oh, cheese and onion. Hang on, I'm going to throw up. Smoky bacon, salt, and vinegar.
Oh, is it like a sampler pack?
Look, from IE. Oh, they're from Ireland.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, and a little Nintendo gift card. You guys are too sweet.
There's a lot of stuff in here. There's coffee.
Yay.
Hemisphere Coffee Roasters from Nicaragua.
That looks good.
I often spend time in Nicaragua. Wait, what's this? Milk chocolate covered coffee beans. Oh,
that'll do.
That's good. That gets you just into straight up eating coffee.
Yeah, but it counts as your coffee for the morning. So if they're like, how many cups did you have? You'll have to figure out how many that equals.
Okay. Let's see. Obadiah, there's a book in here for me to read.
Nice.
Stephen Lawhead's, which I'm familiar with. Patrick. Wow, this is
There's everything in this.
This is really St. Patrick's Day stuff. So this is about St. Patrick.
Oh, is it? The book is?
Yeah. And Nikki, here you go. Here's some Kit Kat duos.
Nice.
Mocha and chocolate. And they're all mocha and chocolate. Marie's Candies from West Liberty, Ohio. It's St. Patrick's Day candy.
Nice. Okay. How many bags are in there?
Just to be clear, nobody did anything this nice for me at Christmas.
This is better than our Easter baskets.
I mean,
because we don't even get Easter baskets.
Yeah. So let's see. There's a few different. Oh, look, they got me a Hello Kitty.
Is that?
Oh, you think that's probably?
It's for me.
It's probably for you.
Well, you don't want to assume.
Right. And then there's some tea, which I also believe.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
There's actually just a ton of books in here. What is it? Monster Blood Tattoo, D.M. Cornish. Huh, I don't know.
You have to look at those?
Yeah. So,
well, Leslie and Joe, thank you for being so sweet and so generous and just so kind and nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's see here.
Brew the coffee.
And here's a quote from J.R. Tolkien. We have come from God, and inevitably the myths woven by us, though they contain error, will also reflect a splintered fragment of the true light, the eternal truth that is with God. Okay.
Well, that's quite a box there.
It really is, right?
Well, again, thank you guys. It's nice. You come in and you're like, what's in the box? But it's all sweet stuff.
Yeah, cool. So, thanks for sending the stuff,
guys.
Thank
you so
it's
much.
Awesome.
It's really nice.
Yeah, I kind of want to eat some of this. Look at this right here. This is a milk deck. Oh, yeah. It's got a little clover on it, but it's Oreo dipped in milk chocolate.
Well, that'll work, won't it?
I'm going to eat that.
That'll be nice for the breakfast.
Yeah, so wow. All right. No, seriously. I didn't have that's nicer than Christmas.
Right there.
And I actually was making fun of St. Patrick's Day this weekend because it's a holiday where you don't get anything.
It's nicer than Christmas. It was wrapped nicer than Christmas. It was just very, very sweet.
I feel like maybe you guys have maybe are listening in my house.
thought they were bad live? Well, just wait until you hear this. The Worst of the Riot podcast with Obadiah and Nikki.
Hey, movies are still happening. I think you can still see Tom and Jerry at a movie theater if you want to. Like,
no, wait, what was the other one?
No, there is some Raya.
The Raya one. And then was there anything else or was that it? Yeah, I think yesterday or over the weekend was kind of a quiet weekend for release stuff.
What are we, 2 weeks out from Godzilla?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one that they're hoping you'll come back to. I continue to ponder going to see Godzilla in the theater. Something that I don't ponder almost ever is Avatar.
But did you see it when it was out in theaters? I've never seen it.
I did. I went, because, all right, history lesson. Avatar came out in like 2000 something. I don't even remember. But everybody made a huge deal about how James Cameron, the director, had worked with teams to make this new 3D filming process that was unlike anything you had ever seen. It's going to blow your mind. And so I went to see it. And it was certainly unique. But do you guys remember how there for a few years, every movie came out in 3D and they were trying to sell you 3D TVs and like all of this stuff? And you can thank James Cameron for that. And Avatar. That's
they really tried for a while, and it was so much more expensive to go to a movie to see it, and people ended up just not liking it.
Well, and
Avatar, but the 3D thing.
Yeah, because it was something they had an upcharge for, and they thought, hey, we finally have something we can show people they can't, recreate at home. Well, Avatar was the start of all of that. And that's just one of the many reasons that I don't like Avatar. But
let's not be here for so long with the show this morning going over all the reasons.
So Avatar over the weekend was re-released in China, which, by the way, Avatar was also in a lot of ways the start of movies doing big business in China. So Avatar there is huge and continues to be. And this can even be evidenced by watching all the rip-off movies that have been produced in China that have never been released here that look an awful lot like Avatar. Well, it is now the top grossing film of all time in the world.
Because of the re-release in China, it made another almost $13 million over the weekend. Mm-hmm. And that was enough to put it back on top over Avengers Endgame.
Yep. So
2.8 billion versus 2.7 and some change.
Yeah.
Which for change in billions is a lot. But basically that's it. So now it's over. But they're both owned by Disney, aren't they?
They are now.
So it's fine for Disney. Good for them.
They don't care. It's like, hey, the one movie we own is now beating the other movie we own. Oh.
Like, yay. Let's see. The producer of Avatar said, we're proud to reach this great milestone. They're thrilled that the film is back in theaters during these times, and they want to thank the Chinese fans for their support and hard work because they're filming all the other Avatar movies, too.
Yeah. Sure is exciting. That they're going to keep going with Avatar. I hope you guys like it because they're filming 4 of them right now.
There's going to be a lot. It's like, why aren't those out? Like, why are they still working on those? It's like 5 years of movie or something.
I don't know, because COVID or something, whatever.
Well, no, they were taking too long even before COVID was a thing. So
COVID.
Maybe the Riot would sound better if they spent less time improving their lives at their gym. That was sarcasm. It's the Riot on RadioU.
I mean, it's no Avatar, but Nikki, we're only 4 days away. 3 if you don't count today, and then 2 if you don't count the actual day. So, like, Monday doesn't count, and Thursday doesn't count. That really just leaves us Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
Well, and Wednesday's St. Patrick's Day, so does that count either? Are we really just looking at one day to get through tomorrow?
Yeah, and then it's the weekend.
And then it's practically
and then it's Christmas.
At that point, is there something else coming?
No, we've got the Justice League Snyder Cut on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Anybody know what time on Thursday?
No. I looked. Maybe it's published somewhere, but I didn't see it. What I did see is that yesterday they lifted the press tweet embargo or social media embargo. So even though we don't get full reviews, we've been getting people's impressions.
Yeah, what do they think?
Well, people seem to really like it. Now, of course.
Now, hang on there, everybody.
But one of the things that I think is funny in reading it is that they talk about how funny it is. And That is
Was
not...
the original funny?
Well, if you go back and watch the Whedon cut of Justice League or whatever, it is funny. But you can tell that they were kind of like, hey, we're bringing in Joss to punch up the script and have the good times. Mm-hmm. And so there are lots of moments in there that are very Joss Whedon moments. But this is different. And they're saying that it's just surprisingly funny and not as dark as people thought it would be.
That'd be nice.
So,
well, it is dark if you want to make it, but it's such a long movie, they say, that
4 hours.
You got to have a little bit of comedic break in some of the parts.
Well, and one of the other things that I saw quite a bit was people are like, it's 4 hours, but it only feels like 2.5.
That's still long, too.
That's a long time.
That's way too long. You're going to really have to break that up when it comes out.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Like, I don't know if I'm going to...
You got to plan to watch it. It's so long.
That's exactly right. That's not I'm going to watch it. It's like, it's appointment. Like, yeah, okay, hold my calls and whatever for 4 hours.
4 hour block. You probably have to do it Saturday. Maybe get up a little earlier.
And you have to plan food for that.
Yeah.
4 hours? You're going to have something to eat while that thing's on. So... And if you're like, hey, I'll have to have something to eat, maybe you won't.
You're just going to have to plan accordingly and then let us know on Monday probably what you thought of it.
Well, I can tell you right now, this weekend I'm going to see it.
So you won't try to do it on Thursday? Don't bother if it's not the right time. You want to make sure that you have enough.
I do want to see it. And so it's that mix of... and I just to let you know, this is the tension that I face with this show all the time. Do I push myself super hard and not
stay up late on
not
Thursday?
Enjoy it as much just so we can talk about it on Friday? Or do I say, I don't care, I'm going to enjoy this thing and I am not going to whatever and wait till the weekend? I don't know.
Everything you love about the Riot, plus a handy dandy fast forward option. This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Hang on a second, guys. I got to check my stimulus, see if it came in.
Everybody just keeps checking. Your poor bank's like, I can see you've logged in 15 times already today. It's not there yet.
Daggone it. I can't get logged in. Come on.
That's because everybody else is looking.
We're all doing it at the same time.
Did anybody get yours over the weekend? Some people, they were saying on Friday or Saturday. But for the rest, it seems like some of the bigger banks, you have to wait till Wednesday.
Yeah, I saw where people were mad at like Wells Fargo. It's like it's not coming till later this week. What I really enjoyed over the weekend was what everyone said that they were going to spend their stimulus money on. There were things that like I laughed so hard and I don't even know why it was so funny. There's this one tweet in particular. Well, if you saw it trending on Twitter, it was like me, a stimulus, $1,400, me. And then it was people saying what they were going to do. I laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed at those. And my favorite one, and this is so stupid, it was like stimulus $1,400, me at Sonic, bring me the hedgehog.
See, you have all this money.
And so
Aaron just texted. He said they got theirs.
Really?
Yeah, good for that. I like the one where it was showing you were going into a steak restaurant, and outside of the restaurant was the sign of like a big giant like plastic cow that was out there.
And
they're
want
like,
the cow.
Bring me that one. Because, you got all your money.
I know. I saw. I don't understand what it was about it, but like I scrolled through and read that thread or like that hashtag forever and kept going back to it.
So Katie says, Obi, come to the future. Set up your bank texting. So then when something deposits, you'll get told. Katie, that's not the fun of it, is to keep draining your bank's resources and just checking as much as possible.
Just want to keep hitting that.
Yeah, you just want to keep
bing,
seeing.
Bing, bing. It's funny. She's right. I thought about that where I was, you can set up texting for this and like, no, I'm just going to keep going back.
You're just going to keep logging in.
Over and over and
Jerome
over again.
said pending Friday, deposited Saturday.
Aww. Wow. So, okay, like that's
Some people did.
3 people listening that have gotten it. So out of the millions that are listening, congratulations to you 3. Fist bump.
The rest of us still checking. I'll
say I felt like everything I read this weekend, it just felt like it gave me permission just to buy something. But
the whole hedgehog?
The entire hog.
The entire hog?
All of it.
I know, but what to get? Like, you just don't know.
I'm good.
I mean, we know there's ideas, but
yeah.
How big do you want to go into it, or do you want to just spend a little and then save the rest?
The whole hedgehog.
The whole thing.
No. Well, you know what's funny is I even gave up on, this is me, absolutely. I even gave up on the Xbox. I was like, dude, what are you doing? I got a hold of myself this weekend where I was like, you need to stop. And so I feel like now that I'm up on it, I'm going to do something stupid. And by stupid, I mean responsible.
Now, that's pre-deposit Obi
Also
talking.
true.
And I think that the second that deposits, if there's a opening somewhere for that Xbox, I feel like
it's just going to happen.
I feel like that's what you're going to be spending it on.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we'll see.
You never know.
Has to be deposited first.
Maybe I'll get that kayak.
Oh, yeah. You were thinking about that one
Not
time.
getting a kayak.
You're listening to The Riot. Let's all work together today to live life with the patience of a Nikki dealing with an Obadiah.
Gotta hang in there and get through it.
You're listening to The Riot.
Listen, we've all been there, right? We've tried all the fad diets. Not really. But, you've tried keto. You've tried vegan. You've tried all these things, and you just can't seem to lose any weight.
So what's
Just won't
the
come off.
problem?
Well, I don't know what the problem is, but I might have the solution.
There's a new solution to try?
Well, I don't know if it's new. It's just that for Marissa, it worked.
Don't say it's eating less and exercising, because I don't want to hear it.
Nope. She dropped 40 pounds by playing games on the Oculus Quest.
Hey, that does work sometimes.
That sounds like something that I could do with my spare time.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe I'm already doing it. Who knows?
Was it with Beat Saber or another one?
She says she's been playing Beat Saber and a game called Thrill of the Fight.
Yeah.
Which I'm not familiar with, but I guess it's a boxing game. But she does 2 40-minute workouts a day.
Well, that's good.
In VR. And she says this has been the one thing that she's ever done that she can actually lose the weight, and she's been able to keep it off.
Good for her.
And 40 pounds is a lot of weight. Like, that's a lot. And that's a lot of Beat Saber. Right?
I would just know, like, would you get more motion sickness from working out on the VR? I mean, if it's one thing to watch a movie or like play a game, but if you're really working out,
you know what? It's not that bad. There for a while. Here's what I think is funny.
your body gets used to it.
Yeah, you do. People refer to it as your VR legs, where you just become accustomed to being in VR, so your brain doesn't get quite so bothered anymore.
Yeah.
But I will say, I played Pistol Whip. That game, it's funny, it's a shooting game. It's really a music rhythm game. They've just, built it a different way.
And when it's a music rhythm game, that tends to be the ones that burns the calories.
And it's exhausting.
Is it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Because a lot of it, you're dodging bullets, but
Yeah.
you're also shooting and all this stuff. That game wore me out.
A lot of people say you don't want to work out because you want to do something fun.
Right.
You just don't have extra time for that. But if you can combine it with your fun thing, then you can do them both.
That way, the fun thing stops being fun anymore.
Has anybody tried the Nintendo one? Like that workout?
Ring Fit?
Yeah, is that good? Or I know it's not virtual reality, but
I have not tried it, though I will tell you a couple of the podcasts I listen to, they swore by it. They're like,
it's
this has
good?
been, it's one of those things where you're not going to get buff, you're not going to get this, but they said that it was a really great way to get a workout at home.
Yeah.
And so they basically did it during the pandemic, and they all lost weight doing it. And again, not with any big, he was just talking about how you just, it's a workout plan. There's a story. There's all this stuff.
something fun.
Yeah, it sounded pretty cool. There for a while, it was nearly impossible to get.
Sure.
But I think it's back kind of in the wild again.
Well, if you don't want to do a virtual reality workout, maybe you start off with just a video game. What was the one? Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh.
That was one. You could actually lose some weight with that.
I never did, though.
You never did? I thought
Man,
you
I
did a
could
little.
play. I could play DDR for 2 hours a day, and I'm just nah. And I did. I got so far into DDR, you just would not believe
Well,
it.
the problem is the more you work out sometimes, and you're like, well, I'm hungry. I'm more hungry than I used to be. That has to go down too.
Yeah, you have to watch it. She did say that after losing the first 20 pounds, she was like, oh, so now she lifts weights a little bit.
Oh, to help out.
Just she likes it.
So again, she's from Germany. She had tried the Oculus Quest headset, and with that, she enjoyed Beat Saber and the boxing game as well, Thrill the Fight.
Yeah, I've got an Oculus Quest at home.
Might have to look into those.
It's perfect. Like I'm already losing weight.
It was bad enough the first time around, but now it's worse. Don't believe us? Just keep listening. You'll find out soon enough. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Okay.
Like, what you and I have here are the
strawberry frosted donut limited edition Oreos.
Yes. So,
and man, you open this bag up and it really smells like a strawberry donut.
Tell them what you said, Nikki.
It's like a contact high. Like, it is intense. And smell-wise, it definitely is spot on. And did you open it and look at what it looks like inside?
Yeah, it's got a weird...
It's a donut. Look on the side. Like, the tan part is the donut, and then the pink part is the frosting on top of it.
Okay, show me the box again, or
Yeah.
the bag, or like whatever.
There you go. It's like a strawberry donut.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I see what you mean there.
So inside, it has like a tan bottom to it, and then it's got pink and some glitter or like some sprinkle stuff on it. So it's a frosted donut.
I feel like if you take the lid off and smell it, I feel like it smells weird.
You think so? Well, I mean, it's a bit artificial smelling.
It's a mix between like somebody's feet and Play-Doh.
Oh, the Play-Doh one you really get.
Do you smell the Play-Doh?
You do, absolutely.
It's real. All right, so let's start with just a standard bite from the...
It's pink colored cream with glitter inside for the strawberry frosted donuts.
I really think there's glitter there because something weird just happened in my teeth.
And you think that was a piece of that?
Maybe.
You get the strawberry. The strawberry's good, but it's a bold artificial flavor.
I don't get...
But maybe that's just the smell really attacking it.
Do you get donut or... I mean,
do a bit. I kind
really?
of get a base to it. Maybe take it apart and just have a little bit of that cream to see if that comes through. Cookie's good.
To be clear, it's good. Mm-hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still an Oreo.
I feel like it's very sweet, though. You can maybe only have a few of these compared to another flavor that you could really get into. You like a strawberry? They're pretty good.
I don't really like strawberry artificial flavor.
Sure.
I love strawberries.
What if you had strawberry milk with this? You just go down. That'd be too much. All right, these strawberry frosted donuts, everybody really seems to like them, though. Every time you guys tell us about them, you always say how much you enjoyed them.
I guess I'm just coming down on, like, the only thing I can get out of this is strawberry.
Yeah,
like, I can't
it is the main flavor.
I mean, I understand that it's strawberry donut, but, like, whatever this donut flavor is, that odd color that you see there, this khaki, as it were.
That's supposed to be the donut? Yeah, just see if you can try and get a little taste of it on its own.
I'm trying.
But the pink is everywhere. The strawberry is there.
I don't know, like, I support it.
Yeah, you're good?
Yeah.
It's a limited flavor, though. It's not one that's going to last too long.
Well, isn't everything on Earth limited, Nikki? Aren't we all just, waiting to shuffle off this mortal coil?
This mortal cookie.
Yeah,
all right, so that's the strawberry frosted donut limited edition Oreos. Pretty good.
Look what I have here, though, as a backup, just in case.
Are you going to eat that, too? That's better.
This is a milk decorated Oreo. It says it's an Oreo that's been dipped in milk chocolate, and it's got a little 4-leaf clover on it.
Leslie and Joe, some amazing listeners, dropped off a early St. Patrick's Day box for us, and it included some of those for St. Patrick's Day chocolates. So it's only fair we eat those, too. That would be... If we didn't, that would be hurtful to Leslie and Joe.
I don't want to do that, Nikki.
No, you don't. You do not.
I don't want to hurt people's feelings.
We can hurt these strawberry we can push those to the side. We got those ourselves. But for this, we don't want to hurt their feelings.
I don't care about how we hurt each other.
Or our own bodies.
Oh, fine.
But let's not hurt their feelings.
Okay.
Is it healthy eating so many snacks, chips, and Oreos every single morning? No, of course not. But they do it for you.
Too many guys got the stomach for this line of work.
That's real love. It's The Riot on RadioU.
Get ready to be blown away by the coping mechanisms that are going to be laid out for you as we look at what WebMD says are the best ways for us to combat the time change, Nikki.
Okay, let's listen to the list.
So first off, let's talk about the fact that how long is it going to take for your body to adapt?
Yeah.
WebMD says that in general, for every hour that you change, so like let's say you go west for 3 hours or whatever, they say 1 day.
1 day?
That you get a day per hour is usually what it takes to make the adjustment. So they say that while you're going through the transition, it's normal for you to feel a little extra tired.
A little irritable.
But here's what they say that you want to do. You want to make sure that you're not consuming alcohol.
Yeah.
So like as a way to get to sleep or whatever, don't drink alcohol. The other thing they say is don't have caffeine too close to bedtime.
Yeah, because that'll just make it even harder.
They also tell us that during the day, we shouldn't be doing that. But one of the best ways to make the adjustment, and you'll just love this, Nikki.
So adjusting to the time change.
You want to go ahead and exercise.
Yeah, I knew that was on that list. Man, they put that in everywhere.
It's on everything.
It's every list.
Big exercise paid for all of this.
Well, you feel like it either is the answer to everything or it all just is like, yeah, just put that in there. Everybody expects to see it.
They're not going to do it anyway. Just throw it on there. We don't know if it works, but who cares?
I think it makes it available to have the keywords so that in web searching, they're like, yeah, this list will pull up.
Oh, yeah, sure. They also say to create some calming rituals that you do before bed.
There's the meditation. I called it.
There you go. They say to make sure that you get in the habit of going to bed at the same time every day and getting up at the same time every day.
Listen, it's not... whoever wrote this, it's not nighttime that's the problem. I'm not tired at nighttime.
That's the problem.
I guess, yes, that is the problem, but it's not an issue of that. It's during the daytime I get super tired.
They should. Well, Nikki, what you need to do is you need to create a sleep hygiene pattern at night that triggers the body's natural desires.
Night. I want to do fun things at night because I can't do it during the day.
No, I suffer from that one thing where they're like, you're harming yourself intentionally at night by staying up too late. I do that. Because you're just like, I want to have fun. And when I go to bed, it starts over. It all starts over. I don't want it to start over, so I don't want to go to bed.
Oh, I know. I feel like I'm at my most immature when I literally say to myself all the time, every night, I don't want to go to bed.
Yep.
But you need to go to bed in order to make this work, unless the only other thing is just adding more workouts in.
Oh, that's what you need, okay?
More working out.
Always be exercising. Abe. That is let's just sum it up there. That's how we fix this. Abe, always be exercising.
So unfortunately, if you are a little tired today from the time change, that's going to happen. It's just how it is.
Exercise and meditation. Boom. Nikki just solved all your problems.
Gosh, did they not give us anything else?
And I gave you a few. Stop drinking and
caffeine.
And exercise.
No caffeine before too late.
That's right.
I don't know if that list had anything that I am thinking will be a help, but we'll try. And can you imagine if you threw an exercise to this man? Fall over. He'd be dead tired.
It also says here, light therapy can help you. Which, when I read that, I was like, oh, yeah, light therapy. So I got my light box out.
That could help. Well, turn it a little.
You need it towards you just a little
bit
so you can get some of that, too.
30 minutes on your side and 30 minutes over here.
Okay. Well, there you go, everybody. The Riot, along with WebMD, solved all your problems.
Right.
You're welcome.
Worst of the Riot. RadioU.
You know what, Nikki? I feel like this headline in this article, now I don't know that the article does, but I feel like the headline speaks to us.
Okay, what's the headline?
Are you ready to be spoken to?
I'm ready.
Wait, Nikki, can we do some exercises to open our heart?
Hearts and mind are open, so we're ready to receive whatever we can.
Let's do some grounding exercises, okay? Tell me 5 things you see right now.
Well, I see Oreos.
That's 1.
I see water.
2.
I see life.
3.
I see studio lights.
4.
I see buttons.
5. Okay. All right. Now give me 4 things you can touch. No, we're not going to do this.
Oreos, studio lights,
Okay.
buttons. It's the same list.
Here's the headline. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I thought I was a lazy, depressed college student. Then I was diagnosed with narcolepsy.
Ooh, that's not our problem.
Haley tells her story. You don't think
we're not.
We're not narcoleptic?
No, we're just.
What you're saying
we're just realist.
Is that Haley is narcoleptic.
Yeah.
But you and I are just lazy, depressed.
Yeah. I feel like that's right. And man, I bet she probably feels better that she has a diagnosis with that. And I think that that's probably next level to what we don't have.
No, it is. My college roommate had narcolepsy. I would find him
falling asleep. We want to fall asleep.
Right, but we don't. I would find him asleep like all over the place.
Yeah, that must be scary.
Well, he once he got diagnosed and started taking stuff for it, it actually
kind of went
helped
away.
him. Yeah, it helped him so much.
We just desperately want to fall asleep at different places, but we can't. So we get frustrated and we're exhausted.
The only time I really want to sleep is when I'm working. And then once...
Well, that's the problem. What's the name for that?
So they have... Is that a diagnosable condition?
Yeah, maybe.
Workalepsy! That's it! That's what we have! Oh my gosh, guys! Nikki just diagnosed us! We have workalepsy!
Is that something?
It is now!
Is that on WebMD or
Call
something like that?
The doctor!
Because actually a room full of people have that.
Workalepsy. Because like at home at night...
Fine.
I'm like, man, I feel great. I feel great. But, get me up at 4 a.m., bring me in this little room. Workaleptic, man.
Yeah, it's a tough diagnosis, but maybe we'll be able to find something to help.
Yeah. Maybe there's a government program where they could pay us to sleep, like to not work. And so that's how we overcome our workalepsy.
See, that's the problem. If you tell me to sleep, I don't want to sleep. I just want to sleep all the other times.
No, Nikki. That's the beautiful thing about this new workaleptic program.
Yeah.
Is that the government will pay you, and obviously they're going to pay us way more than we make now, to just, sleep when we want to.
So can't we just create a live stream of sleeping and make just as much money that way?
Yes.
Can't we just do that too?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea.
So we don't even need to go to the study program.
Well, see, Nikki, I feel like I'm using the wrong terminology.
Mm-hmm.
This is just one of those things where the government's just going to pay us to enable us to live the life we want to live.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. There's no accountability. There's just money.
Yeah. So she said she's better now that she has a diagnosis?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I mean, all jokes aside, that is something that if you find yourself in that position where it was with her, she was sleeping sometimes up to 16 hours a day.
Oh, gosh.
She was falling behind in classes. And so
she can't even keep a job a lot of times.
Yeah. That's something that you definitely should see somebody about. Because, again, I've seen people get real help for it. Now, if you're a workaleptic, there's no help for you.
But don't you feel better?
Get some exercise.
Meditate about it.
Meditate and get some exercise.
Can someone tell me something else to do? Because that's not it. We're not doing that.
Avoid alcohol.
I don't drink alcohol.
Well,
drink more water.
Drink more water.
There it is. That's what
you need to be hydrated.
You need to be. That's probably why you're really tired.
Stop drinking water 3 hours before bed.
Otherwise, you'll keep waking up.
I mean, you got to be careful. Sometimes the solution's worse than the problem.
It's just a constant journey to find what is helpful because we're each different and we all need different things.
That's right. So all my workaleptics out there, nap.
In case you're wondering, yes, we do get complaints.
They have gone too far. This time, they are going to be held accountable.
You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
Look, let's face it, right? Video stores are over.
Long gone for most of us.
It's over. I mean, it's like the Conestoga wagon. You go to a museum and see one because your fourth grade teacher makes you. But other than that,
basically, you'd go into a building and all the movies would be out for you to choose, and you could take and rent whatever you wanted.
Yeah, well, here we have a guy. We don't even actually still know his name. It's just at the Video Bunker on TikTok, and it's this guy who built a video store in his basement. And I mean, there's an exterior wall.
And a door. You're walking in, and it looks just like you're walking into a building.
And there's a fluorescent open sign.
Yeah.
And then it's crazy. His wife like gives a tour of it. So it just looks like some, let's say, middling quality. Actually, it looks like it was probably an enthusiast video store by some people that loved movies.
Yeah.
And so it's got all kinds of posters on the walls.
It's got a candy section, a cash register, and you just walk the aisles.
Like he's got some life-size memorabilia. Like here's an E.T., Freddy Krueger. I don't know what that was. It looked like maybe some Masters of the Universe toys. Like all kinds of stuff. It actually reminds me of, there was a place where I went to college where they had taken an old, it was like a railroad, whatever, and they turned it into a video store.
Yeah.
And it was actually
like a caboose or something?
Yeah, but it was like a really interesting idea. It looked kind of like this. Of course, like all video stores, it's long gone.
So this guy made this during the quarantine. He just needed a project to do when he was at home, and he had such a massive video collection that he wanted a way to display it. So that was his project last year. And then when you're in the like movie rental part, you walk into another room, and there's a couple of old recliners with some TVs. Nothing's new. It all gives a very vintage, like older look to it, because he has like a VHS collection and stuff. So if you go into that room, there's
a
more.
bunch of VHS stuff there.
There's a bunch of more movies, and you can sit there and like watch them. It's amazing. I wonder how much it actually costs to make. That's what I was curious about.
Well, one of the ways that he was able to do this is the Family Video in his town, which, I mean, they're out of business everywhere now, but this particular one went out of business. And so he went in and bought up all their fixtures.
Oh, and then put it in his. Yep. It looks so cool. Even if you're not into like, video rental stores, just the fact that he did this on his own looks impressive.
And it's so weird that it's in his basement, because once you walk through that door, it really does look like you've gone somewhere else. I don't know where, but somewhere else for sure.
What was his thing on TikTok?
It's, let's see, at the Video Bunker.
And it's neat to see his wife just did a little tour of it, of what he created.
Yeah, and she's she says something to the effect of like, could have put in new cabinets, but we've got a video store in the basement instead.
There was another option for a at-home quarantine project, but he went with this one.
Nikki, you know what you got to do? Explore the space.
You do. Actually, just need that he used the space up. And I mean, that's the way, if you have a big collection, that's the way to put it out and actually enjoy everything.
Believe in the power of your dreams, people.
So good for him. It's an amazing TikTok to see the tour of everything.
You might be thinking that this won't be quite as bad the second time around. Well, you'd be greatly mistaken. You're listening to the worst of the Riot podcast.
HBO Max. I signed up over the weekend and watched approximately 0 things on it.
Well, you signed back up because the Zack Snyder Justice League cut comes on Thursday, so a lot of people are signing back up for that.
Yeah. Now, there is, they say, coming to HBO Max, an ad-supported level. So right now, what am I paying? Like, it was $15 for a month of HBO Max.
With no ads.
With no ads. And they're saying that they're going to come out with now, I mean, this is not official, but it looks like it's pretty much a done deal, that at some point there's going to be a
cheaper
for $8.99 with commercials.
And now a lot of people we know in our world hate that level. It'd be cheaper, but you'd have to watch ads. Mostly because I don't know why they seem to have only a small selection of ads that they can be airing during it. I'd rather watch a slate, like just a blank thing that says HBO Max, than like the continuing repeat of commercials. But they do say that they have done studies, and it shows that we're not the normal with it. More people are more willing to pay less and go and sit through those commercials because it's at a less price.
Well, I'm so glad you said that, because that's exactly what I wanted to ask is, who is going for?
More people go for that right there than paying the $15 a month without the ads. Those things annoy me so much.
I can't take it. Like, if you're telling me, like part of my life goals is to never see a commercial again. So like I go out of the way to make sure, like when I'm watching, let's say the only live thing left that I care about, which would be football, when I'm watching that, I mute the commercials.
Yeah, or start later and then just skip through it all.
That too. So I just can't even fathom.
We're not the majority in that.
What's wrong with us?
People are are okay spending less money and watching that over and over again. I think, Hulu has that version of it. Netflix does not.
No.
But, for other places, that is more normal.
Hulu does. Peacock does. I mean, it's most streaming
Does
services.
Paramount have one?
I don't know.
CBS All Access, now known as Paramount Plus.
Well, CBS All Access did.
They
It was
had a
like
version?
$6 or $7 that you could go. And you know what? Discovery Plus does.
Yeah.
I saw that because they advertise. And that was what was my thought is maybe it's just so they can
It's just the
advertise
plussers.
a lower price.
Sure.
Because they're like, hey, it's $4.99. And they're like, well, if you don't want commercials, it's $6.99. And to me, I'm like, you're telling me that $2 removes me having to listen to this crap over and over again? Here, just take it.
Because what they'll do is, for when they advertise, they'll say starting at.
Right.
Because technically that is true, but a lot of people don't mind or are happy to spend less on it. Pete just texted and he said Paramount Plus also has the commercial version
Okay, well,
for a
here's
less price.
Listen, just everybody do me a favor. Grab your phone right now, 877-2-RADIO-U. I just want to know, would you rather pay more with no commercials, or do you actually go in for this thing where you're like, because I mean, okay, for example, Spotify, I pay for it. I'm not going to pay less and get commercials. And same thing with YouTube. I pay for YouTube Premium.
Well, that's
I
'cause-
don't care.
That's not just a commercial. That's now a rather lengthy process if you don't have it. But some people do not mind sitting through it if it means you don't have to pay or you're paying less.
So 877-2-RADIO-U, just tell me, do you go in for the lower prices with commercials?
So HBO Max, they're the one that said that they might be, or it's pretty much a guarantee, going with a cheaper option, and you'd have to watch commercials with it.
The Riot Radio U.
Well, the question was, would you pay less and watch commercials for a streaming service, or would you rather just pay the full amount?
And this is because HBO Max is going to do an ad-supported, cheaper version. Instead of like the $15, it'll be less, and that's something they're expected to roll out to get more subscribers.
Megan says, I literally turned down a free Hulu subscription from a friend who worked there because it had commercials.
And they're known for the repeat commercials.
Oh, man. Ashley says, good morning, guys. I definitely pay extra for absolutely no commercials. Even still, Hulu has the occasional commercial.
Oh,
is that a thing?
Yeah, maybe.
Richard says, I'll pay the extra all day if I never have to watch a commercial again. Jason says, I pay less and have commercials. Hulu and Discovery Plus.
So Jason's fine with it.
Okay, right on. You know what, Jason? Do me a favor. Text me back and just tell me this. Do you do
Why?
it but like, do you want to save the money or do you not care
Does it
about the
not bother
commercials?
you?
Because I mean, I have sat with people who are like, why do you have such a commercial thing? Like, what do you care? And I'm just like, no, hate them. Aaron says, I opt for the ads strictly because I need as many things in place to deter me from watching TV.
To keep him from doing it.
David, I'm with you guys. I even digitized all my movies so I don't have to sit through the FBI warning. Well, okay. Aaron says, we're paying less. Commercials are for bathroom breaks and snack refills. Hey, you know what? That's a good point. Or for discussion of the latest plot twist.
So you're using the time wisely.
Yeah. Ben says streaming services with ads to save dat money.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron
I'm
says,
just curious if it adds up enough, or is there some other place you can save money?
Well, okay. And again, this just shows the differing ideas behind it. But to me, if I have enough money to pay $6 for a streaming service, then I probably have enough to pay $8 and not have commercials.
Yeah, but unless they don't bother you.
Exactly. Let's see. Pete says I'll 100% pay for no commercials. Kelly, I hate commercials. I'll pay a few dollars to skip them. Let's see. Mark, I always opt for no commercials. Josh, yuck, no commercials.
So maybe for the ad-supported ones where it has commercials, maybe they annoy us with having so few, like the same ones run over and over again, so that you then in turn go and pay the couple extra dollars.
I have thought that.
Do you think they do that?
I've thought that multiple times.
Because otherwise, why would that be the business commercial model you would have?
I just think that no one wants to pay for
that sort of advertising alone.
That kind of advertising seems to me like you could target it and it would be perfect. And
one that I was going through, I remember I felt like I was being hypnotized or something. Not hypnotized, but just like brainwashed.
Over and over and over and over again.
Like, so, well, maybe that is better for the person who's paying for that commercial time because it is just nothing but that.
So we heard back from Jason, Nikki. He says, I do it because I'm cheap.
That works.
I despise the commercials. I love it.
So again, HBO Max, they're coming out with a ad-supported, cheaper monthly plan for their subscription service.
All right, Jeff draws his line. He says if it's more than $10, I watch the commercials.
He'll be fine with that then.
I guess Netflix is more than 10 and so is HBO. But again, for me, HBO is a sometimes food. Mm-hmm. It's not an all the times food.
Well, it also depends if you're watching, maybe with your streaming service, are you watching more of the shows or the movie? Like how many times do they interrupt during it?
Yeah.
Is it worse with a movie compared to a series? So it just depends on each one.
I don't know, because sometimes like if you watch, like Pluto TV, where it's just like they're running some kind of algorithm, like every 10 minutes there's a commercial, that's even worse.
That one's too much.
Like, they just drop commercials in places that make no sense.
Okay, so that's the side we're on. We're on we'd rather pay a couple of dollars, but it has been proven that a lot of people or more people don't mind saving the money and just watching the commercials.
I would say our sample quality is kind of skewed because you all know you're listening to commercial-free radio. So
you're used to it, and you listen to us, so I think we're probably all more alike.
This was the worst of the riot, and we'd like to congratulate you on having the stomach to stick around to the very end. The riot exists because RadioU exists, and RadioU only exists because of your support. Find out more and give now at RadioU.com/donate.
What I didn't realize was I hadn't been to the bathroom in 4 days.